Dear diary, yeah. Diary full of shit. Just playing along with myself and I, no one else. Are you so legit? I feel the sneeze coming on. I'm allergic to the bullshit. um, come on now. Did you do something with your hair? It looks shorter in the actual video than the thumbnail. Katie Boo, Katie Bug, Bug Boo thing. You know, it's funny, I couldn't help but notice, I'm always talking all this shit, about do a point of view video, pull up that thongs and, um, find the thinnest, tightest pair of spandex pants we got. He found the loosest, thickest pair of pants, that you could possibly own. And it kind of got me thinking, you had mentioned, I listened to most of that. I did skip through quite a bit, most of it, probably 90% of it. But there's certain things that you do that I like. So, when you did the, ear thing, I like the one video, the older one, it's like you were just looking around the room, and you're just sort of flowing, this, that, and the other. You had said Christmas, and you had said that before one time, and, you just sort of whatever. But it got me thinking, those sweatpants and whatnot, Winter, I like it when it's cold, because I like to open my window a little bit, yeah. I got those two, I got like a comforter or whatever, and then I have like a quilt. It's actually thin, but it's like dense. My mom made it, not for me, but, I just sort of stole it. So it adds that weight, and it's really nice and cozy, and I've woken up before and it's been 55 degrees in there. I've woken up before I had some water and it was actually frozen. It used to get that way, just like the top. It used to get that way in my truck with my other company. In the beginning, their bunk heaters were having issues. They finally got that worked out. Anyway, but it just kind of got me thinking about, us. I mean, if I wasn't a troll, did that sort of shit, and this wasn't fucking bullshit, but how, you're kind of, it's crunch time for you, and if we really wanted to, I mean, we could be together, sharing a bed together, sleeping next to each other. By Christmas, if we really wanted to hustle, and you could be, pregnant. Well, honestly, around that time, and maybe, early January, February, March, whatever. You want to be mindful, in my opinion, though, when you conceive. That way your kid isn't born when their birthday is near Christmas and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That way you can try and time it so it's like it's its own separate deal. You know what I mean? That's just me, though. I always pitied people, when I was a kid, I pitied other kids whose birthdays were like, the same week of Christmas, because it's like, it just sort of throws one in with the other, right? But, anyway, and how when the baby, in theory, when the baby was on the scene, well, that's it for, 55-degree rooms, the whole house would have to be at like 75, whatever's comfortable for a baby. Then the baby would have its own, onesie, pajamas and stuff to stay warm, its little hat, or whatever with the ears. Or whatever, Not that they'd want to, have to be bundled up in the house, And you've probably heard me talk about the baby bed, and whatnot. So if you brought the baby in to take a nap, with me while I was taking a nap, some idle Sunday afternoon or whatever, and you were, slaving away in the kitchen and doing laundry and all that stuff, you noticed that the baby was just sort of taking a nap, and maybe you'd bring him or her in to take a nap with me. They'd be in like their own self-sufficient bed, because babies are so small. It's like a logistical issue, you know what I mean? So, I remember I did an audio presentation about that. The dog will be sleeping in the baby bed, the baby will be sleeping in the dog bed, and blah blah blah. It's like whatever, But oh shit. You sure look good. Except for that part where you really accentuated you said something like what? Just talk. Just don't do that. Don't push your syllables and stuff. And if you could shorten that down to like 20 minutes, I mean, you did good. You did good. It wasn't that bad of a video. It was pretty decent, by my standards. You look phenomenal. And your shit's getting better. It really and truly is. Generally, more and more of the ASMR content that you create actually is like, it works. Some of it works very, very well. You used to really, really suck there for a minute. But, and so, like your older ones, I had my ones, the section that I would watch, Can you read this? Did you have trouble with that? It's a rhomb of people. Green lampshade, and all that. There's stuff that like works. But this is called the Stellan chart. Can you see this? But anyway, was that the same place you're living now, or what? Seems like a lot of places you live in have had hardwood floors. That might be a Chicago thing, though. Because tenants tend to spill bong water and shit, on the carpet. You got to tear the whole shit up. Some stains don't just come out, The carpet is ruined. So, seeing as you live in the shithole, Chicago, man, some of them places actually look good, though. They look decent. Like, I can tell, those must be different places. So I don't know. I don't know what you do for a living. I don't know how much money you make, per year. I don't know how much money you have to your name. I just don't know, baby girl. So, I'm going to say not a lot, because that's usually not what girls do. That's a guy thing. But, anyway. So, yeah. And like I said, we can still do the newlywed thing and all that shit that I've already said. So, that is, maybe that's something that happened with you. Because that, was it just a loud, breaking shit type deal? If that's the deal. I don't know, but that's just, I mean, I had said that, physical, blah, blah, blah. That would count, a lot of yelling, and maybe mom and dad were fighting, or maybe it was dad was a raging drunk, and all of you, were, subject to his wrath. And it might not even have been physical, but that doesn't matter. So, anyway, I like your thumbnail. You look so stately, like you should be on a coin or something. So, I guess that's all I gotta say. Just a quick little what have you. Yes, indeed. Always got your dog. I realize that my dog is always in the scene. She won't shut up. She needs me. She only stay calm if she's in a movie. I'm so sorry. Would you please forgive me now? Here you are. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what your deal is. I'd love to know. Love to know everything about you. Everything.